talk.
Like, yeah, why'd you bring him with you? What'd I say, bruh?
Nah, he respects him, bro.
Yo!
What's good, yo? We back, RTTV.
Gang.
And if it's your first time here, it definitely won't be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and
Smash
that subscribe button. And welcome back to RTTV. We react to everything. And we're back with some Vinland Saga here, man. Thorfinn, he needs to take 100 punches from this massive Viking.
Yeah, I ain't jacking it. It's hurting my neck just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dusty, man.
He's doing himself dusty. He made that decision.
He was like, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
but the authors decided to do him Dusty, so therefore they're doing my guy Dusty, man.
Yeah. It's not your typical story, but it's alright. It's different from all the other stories. And you know, Thorfinn is committed to this path of non-aggression, and he stands by it. So let's see if he actually gets to talk to Canute.
Let's see.
After taking these 100 hits. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to watch the full reaction to this series and this episode, you can check it out on our Patreon. The link's down below in the description. Let's do it. Episode 22.
Yeah, he had
That's
him
like
before
16.
because he was like already heated. He can't hurt him.
16 and he's kind of eating it.
Yeah.
So, how you know 16?
Because it said 16.
Oh,
It said they
Yo,
counted.
Joel was so impressed. Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Should never said nothing, Jerry. I was gonna look at him and say some phony stuff just now.
I think he's doing the Date thing. He's turning the cheek. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I lost big money on you, man. I forgot they're all betting on how many hits it's gonna take to knock him down.
How many hits does it take for him
You know
to
what I'm
get on his
thinking?
ass?
With how he's moving, it's like I don't even think he'll be able to punch him 100 times.
Oh, he's starting to notice.
He's getting winded, bro.
He started to notice. He said, hold up, yeah. There's something wrong with my punches. He's doing exactly what she was talking about.
Yeah, he's turning the cheek. He's going with it. Exactly, bro. These snakes gonna break it up. Oh, snakes.
Oh, why are you doing it? Can you even do that?
He's gonna witness him do it. Oh, he actually got cracked right there.
Yeah. Cause the snake distracted him, yo. Nah, he got knocked out cold, bro. He's not moving.
Oh, don't do that. Hold on, don't do that, Thorfinn.
Thorfinn!
It's the new Thorfinn.
Nah, they might be scared of Thorfinn low-key, man.
Bro.
They're like, yo, I punched you 32 times and you got back up? You might not even continue punching him.
Guy at the...
98.
I thought he was trying to laugh.
99. One more after this. Let's go, Thorfinn. And I better speak to Canute.
What'd I say, bruh?
Nah, he respects him, bro.
Yo!
My boy got knocked out and even hit him with a single punch.
He finally understands what a real warrior is. Dad, I hear you.
Look at his eyes open now, even though the other one's swollen.
That's one thing his dad said too.
That's profound right there.
Let me speak to him, yo.
Yeah, please.
I need my peace.
They're gonna have the conversation.
That dude was in the first season?
Nah, that was Bjorn you're confusing him with. He just told him the news.
Oh, the wind.
He's like, really? He said, not my Thorfinn.
Yes! Yes! I thought he was going blue balls.
そなたを奴隷の身に落としたことをいやアシュラットのことをさぞ恨んでいような
Nah, I don't, bro.
I have no enemies.
天幕王家に刃を向けた俺が今こうして生きているんだあなたの配慮に感謝していますお顔の傷申し訳ありませんでした降伏を勧告した上でのことだ戦力差を見誤ったケテルに罪があるさればこそケテル一族の処分が済むまで戦は終わらぬ
Shut up,
Shut
Anna.
up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Oh. Oh.
Shut up.
Who let this dude talk?
Like, yeah, why'd you bring him with you?
よこそは帝王
He said, gang.
北海最強のバイキングで
Oh, it's gone to his head.
Wow, he's on demon
Damn.
最大の半島を滑る支配者
Yup, yeah, he's done, bro. He's gone too
man.
far.
This is your boy. Remember that.
世の力は人知を
Wow.
不可能を可能に
He's
する
fixed the power, bro. He's high off the power.
That could do.
見よ世の力であの波を沈めてみせよう
Yeah, he getting high off his own
You
supply,
guys are
bro.
proud of him.
I can't lie, the way it's calmed down.
Shut up.
The way it's calmed down, yeah.
He used the force.
見たかそなたたち
Do you see his power now?
寄せるさざ波さえ止めることができる
Ah.
あの波を起こしているもの
Nah, it was an example.
知っているか
Oh, that was fun.
Right?
力が必要だ人間の力を束ね神と戦うのだ
Nah, yo, this dude is tapped, bro.
Yeah.
Bugged out. This thing is Full Metal Alchemist. Trying to fight God.
すごい男だクヌート
Nah, he is incredible. The way he explained that was kind of fire, though.
バイキングを救うなんて
Ain't
Yo, Einar.
I want to hear his perspective, bro.
I feel him though.
Yeah, people has been victims of their ambition.
Yeah.
He's like, everybody had an idea, bro, and this person's idea killed my family. Like, I don't give it. What you trying to do?
そなたに許されようとは思わない
He said you can hate me now, but I won't stop now.
Einar, relax. Einar, relax.
クヌート改めて殺さぬ限り世を止めることはできるぞ
Oh, you gonna jump me? Huh?
No, I don't think they're gonna jump him. I don't think they're gonna do anything to Thorfinn. Ah, I lied. I lied. Stand corrected. Surrounded him. Wow.
That was an amazing episode.
That was
Wow.
really good.
Whoa.
Wow, it's trash.
Why is it trash?
And because he wanted to see more, that's why it was trash.
See more of the what their conversation.
Yeah, about what's gonna be the end result of that. Because I mean, it seems like
that wasn't trash, Pat.
Clearly, it wasn't trash, Joel.
But you said it was trash. How's it clearly
trash?
But you said
it's trash because of the fact that it ended.
So is it trash or not trash?
Yeah, like what
It's trash because
so it's
it ended prematurely from what I want.
Bro.
Patricrt feels like it ended prematurely because Patricrt wanted more from this, alright?
So does Patricrt think it's trash?
Patricrt thinks for the duration of the conversation that was given and what he wanted more of in anticipation that it built, trash.
Well, Patricrt needs to understand that these episodes are 20 minutes long.
I know, trash. Make it 26.
Bro, my man's had to take from 18 to 100 punches in this episode. And then he had to go have this whole talk with Broski.
16 to 100.
16 to 100.
Yeah.
My fault, you got that.
Yeah, I think this episode was amazing. This is probably one of the best dialogue that we've had in anime that I've seen. One of the best back and forth conversations that I've seen in anime. I can't say it's trash. I have to disagree with you, Pat, because anime loves leaving us with cliffhangers, and they just want us to wait for the next week. I think they gave us a lot in this episode. We saw what Thorfinn had to go through to even talk to the king. We saw him getting punched, and we saw a group of Vikings show respect to him because he was able to take those punches. That means a lot. We saw the impactful conversation that Canute and Thorfinn had, and the only thing we didn't see is the end result of said conversation. We just don't know what's gonna happen.
Nah, we got some
great cliffhanger.
We got some great dialogue because we got to see Thorfinn really stand on, like, we've had this conversation, I feel like, this whole season. Like, where is he gonna go? Is he gonna fight? Is he gonna half fight? Is he gonna kind of fight? Thorfinn said, yo, how I'm gonna go ask my mans for peace when I'm using violence? I'm about to beat his people. Look, I gotta take these 100 punches so I can go talk to him about peace, which is a crazy, thing for somebody to do. Like, yo, I need to do this so bad that I'm gonna take this L like this, swollen face, all that. And then you see, he's willing to do that. Canute thinks that what he's doing is the right thing to do. And he generally, I love how he did the whole, the thing where you think, he's being great. I'm the emperor. I'm this. I'm that. I can stop the water. No, I can't. The world's gonna keep moving. And if I don't stop it and make it the way I want it, it's gonna keep going how it is. And I ain't trying to do that. So I'm gonna go against God and the natural elements of what's been happening around this world and how Vikings actually live. And I'm gonna make a new way. And then you also get to see the greatness of how Einar thinks of it. Because Einar's on the other side of all that, and it's bro, every king has ambition, every king has an idea, but F your ideas, because if your ideas are gonna kill people, I don't give a goddamn what's on the other side. If I gotta be one of those people in my family or somebody's family, not even just me, somebody's family has to die for your thing to work, that's trash. Yeah. I don't care what's at the end of the other side of the rainbow. Right now, how you gonna get there? You gotta kill more people, take my farm, or take Kettle's farm? Bro, go plow your own thing, go make your own way. You want that, go do it. So I think it was really dope how you have these three perspectives on what's going on and how they all three stuck to their guns. Kind of
shout out to Einar. Shout out to Einar, because without Einar, we wouldn't have gotten this Thorfinn. The fact that Einar was able to get me to even like Thorfinn, to see what Thorfinn went through just to get to Canute and to demonstrate Canute Luther King. Honestly, with the 100 points.
You mean Thorfinn Luther King?
Yeah, Thorfinn.
I feel like Canute's more like a Malcolm X.
I'm like Canute, bro.
Thorfinn Luther King with the 100 punches. You turn the other cheek. You feel me? That's the way. And I feel like in history, it's been demonstrated over and over and over again when violence is placed on the that holds peace, always seems to be to overpower and overcome and make more of a statement when you don't. And I feel like the same thing with Martin Luther King, it made a statement because people were hitting him. He was like, don't hit him back, show peace. And then vice versa with Thorfinn. And then saying and taking the 100 punches, and then getting the Vikings to demonstrate that respect. It's just Einar. It all goes back to Einar. It's like
It don't go back to Einar, but he did help out. I agree with you, but it ain't all go back to.
And I think Thorfinn.
Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more.
Nah, but Thorfinn's a little bit different than Luther King only because he took 100 punches, but Canute knows I could have beat everybody ass in here. Like,
you think
he took a.
wasn't like that? You think he?
No, I didn't say. I don't know. He was a gangster that was like. Put it this way. What, the way he knows Thorfinn, bro?
First off, he was slaying shorties. Like,
That's not.
right.
Just, all right.
You know that's a fact.
I do,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
No,
What does
no,
that have
I know
to
that.
do?
I know that.
But
I
that
know
has
that.
nothing
That's
to
a fact.
do with.
That is
what I'm saying. What's the correlation?
Like what? Those people that are beating him, they weren't like, well, he'll slay my bitch. Like what the hell?
So you think you're gonna smack somebody?
Yeah, like what?
What?
That's wild, son.
And they cut off again. The reason why I brought that up was in comparison to basically saying there was more to Martin Luther King, meaning like because he turned the other cheek didn't mean he couldn't shoot them, couldn't kill them.
Yeah,
that's
just
pretty
because
much
he
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
turning the other
Just like
cheek.
Thorfinn,
He
he made it seem like
I'm
because
not
Martin
gonna
Luther
do
King
this.
turned the other cheek that he wasn't able to actually put harm to the people that he was able to put harm to them, and that's why he had power because he had such a following, such a movement that would do anything he wanted, and he chose not to. So he could have been violent. That's why it was so powerful. If you're a weakling and you can't do nothing. It's not that powerful, bro. You can't do anything. You better be peaceful. You can't. But if you could do something and you don't, that's the whole point of it. And I think that is comparable to Thorfinn, who was taking the 100 punches. So you put respect on both of them, and at the end of the day, it all goes back to Einar.
So tell me, explain to me why it goes back to Einar. I want to explain to me.
I was about to go back to it.
Wild, son.
It goes back to Einar because without Einar, Thorfinn would not have been able to go see the king, aka Canute, to have that conversation, which they both needed to come at heads because he's at peace where Canute used to be the peaceful one and now Canute's at war. And it's like they need to come together, and we got the conversation that brings it back to Einar because Einar walked with him too.
But he didn't. You know that he was ahead of him, right? Like Thorfinn was already there. He was already getting punched.
No,
he wasn't.
Walking to Canute.
He went to.
Yo, bro, that was after.
I know.
Remember, he was already. He was gonna. That was gonna happen regardless.
That's cool, Patrick. That's what I'm talking about, though. I didn't say.
But you said what happened without. Your whole thing was like, yo, it all happened because of Einar. My boy Thorfinn's already getting punched on before Einar even popped up, bro.
But Einar, why did they have Einar in the end scene?
Yo,
because Thorfinn asked Einar to come with him. He's like, do you want to come? Because I'm pretty sure you have anything to say. I don't think he needed Einar to come. No, he didn't need Einar to come.
He didn't become a slave because of Einar. He was a slave because of Canute.
It's not that I need you to come with me.
He became a slave.
No, I know you're right, but like, what does that have to do?
Because he would never get to this point without Canute.
And that's why Canute, it all comes back to Canute. Hashtag.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
It comes back to Canute.
Nah, it comes back to Canute.
Right.
That's actually the facts.
It all goes back to Einar. Like I said, so at the end of the day, hashtag it all goes back to Einar.
He said he went on this whole spiel about Einar and said nothing that Einar actually did in that situation. He just kept saying, yo, so Thorfinn did this, Thorfinn did that.
And that's why
it goes back to
You never
Einar.
heard about you never heard about the players that they make plays that don't show on the stat sheets?
I've heard about that.
That's what Einar.
Yo, bro, you would have never made Einar without Canute, bro.
But he makes such an impact.
You really love the Bill O'Reilly of RTTV, you know that?
Bill O'Reilly.
These red herring tactics to change the
Honestly, all I want to know. Forget it. I actually don't even want to know anymore. I don't want to know.
He is. Nah, he definitely is a legend.
My boy said, yo, they looked at Martin and was like, damn, you getting mad shorty. You might beat our ass.
Realistically, Rob was right in terms of the fact that he has power because he had the influence over millions of people and stuff. So if he would have told them, let's go the violent route, then...
What are we talking about?
Martin Luther King.
Oh, no, I get
Yeah, he made it seem like he wasn't a threat. He was
a threat. He's a huge
I
threat.
agree that.
For
It's
sure.
just the way he said it, I was like,
Yeah, the way he said it's hilarious.
And he took
He took more than just a cheat.
He took a lot more than 100 punches.
That's a fact. Water holes, door holes.
Going to
Water
jail.
hose is
Crazy,
Yeah.
Evan.
rest in peace, man.
Let me hit you with some water hose to see how.
Please.
Yo,
Don't ever. I'm not even gonna get into it with you no more. I'm done, man.
So my question is, what did Thorfinn actually accomplish?
Nah, but here's my thing. The episode ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? And we heard, I feel like, I mean, the episode is, but
The encounter isn't over, yeah.
And I feel like we heard Knut's whole thing, right? His
Yeah.
whole spiel about what he wants to do and, you know, saving the most
Right.
sinful people about on the world, which he thinks is the Viking and stuff like that. And then we heard even Einar's perspective. And I don't think we've heard all of what Knut got to say. I mean, Thorfinn got to say yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna have a Knut moment in the next episode, I feel like.
What's the point of this in terms of like, what's his goal? Is it just like, just leave? Is that's his thing? Just like leave?
Leave the farm alone, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, my boy's already coming to retreat and stuff like that. Like, why don't we just do that? But I get you. It's like he wants them to maintain with their farm. We already took a last loss.
Yeah, like-
There's no need to do more than the damage that you've already done.
But he's like, I need power in order to assert myself, enough to create this quote unquote paradise that I'm trying to create. So how do you get this guy that's hell bent on this paradise to say, all right, this is how I see me getting my paradise. Like, unless you give me another option, how does this work? You know what I mean?
The only thing that makes sense is Joel's grand theory about Vinland. It has to be an exchange of Vinland, like, hey, there's a place here that's extremely profitable. Either A, let us go there, B, you go there and just thrive, and then you create a new sanctuary for these Vikings that needs to be redeemed. That's the only thing that makes sense. And then Vinland Saga comes to full circle. That's the saga of Vinland.
Yeah. It could be something like that, or like Thorfinn could help manage this farm here, so you have to be here and do it. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, in your name, like, you can own it, bro, but just don't kill nobody out here.
Yeah, like let me, like, since I've been working here, you know what I'm saying? Fine, Kettle's not the owner, but like leave and we'll deal with growing your crops here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I really love about this show is like everybody has like these strong convictions in their ideals, and like they don't all necessarily, they're not all right, but like because they believe in it so much, like it seems like it could be a viable option for the future. Like what Knut's trying to do, he's like, yo, the worst people on the planet Earth right now is these Vikings, bro. If I could somehow like put some order to them and make them not so bad,
Barbaric.
yeah, barbaric, then maybe, you know, if God wanted it naturally to be that way and I flip it on his head and make him good, maybe I could start creating something. Doesn't sound like a horrible thing, right? Because we seen what the Vikings are capable of, but
it's also a little, it's also somewhat hypocritical that it's like, hey, I want to make these people better and watch other people suffer. Kind of like what Einar said. He's like, it's not fair that you're over here killing people to make your people better people.
But here's what he says though. He's like, yo, just because I'm in the position of power, I can't change it all. Like, I can't, even with this much power, I can't tell the waves to stop. You know what I'm saying? There's already things that God put into motion that I can't stop everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like, I mean, he can
very
control.
Overly ambitious, like, idea to think, yo, I'm gonna get this whole populace of Vikings to be reach salvation.
but he's the king though. If
Okay.
anybody can have, like, you don't feel like building Rome was a crazy idea, conquering all these. It starts with one person who runs a huge amount of people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but then you're basically saying I'm gonna shift the whole ideology of people. That's different from reconstructing a place versus reconstructing paradigms, bro. I don't know. One feat is bigger than the other, bro. Because you can't
but
control
we've seen it
everybody's
done already.
perspective.
We've seen it done before though, throughout
who?
history.
The fool that you shift everybody's mindset.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where we were barbarians and we became scholars.
That
But
took
you know what I'm
how many
saying?
centuries though? That's what I'm like. It takes like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a decent amount of Vikings, bro. It's not an overnight thing for us to make this happen.
But
is it possible? Maybe. But the process of trying to shift all these people, how much casualties do we have to go through in order to have? It's like we have to go through dystopia in order to create utopia.
But that may be just how it works, honestly. Like in real life, like that kind of might be how it works.
Is it
like,
worth
yo,
it?
we have a problem. I'll go to war with you. I'll kill all them people.
But the
Alright,
thing-
bro,
but
now I
the-
got what I wanted. Now this is better, or I believe that what I created from that, I need to go through that to get here. I don't know how else to get through, like, because there's gonna be friction with ideals for all time.
Yeah.
Everybody's always gonna have different things. So if I believe that mine is the greater good, Do I have to wipe you out to make my greater good, or do I have to do what I gotta do to get there? And that's a messed up ideology, but it's like, in centuries and centuries of how things work, it's kind of like, that's how people, they set their ideology and they work however they gotta do.
And to the point, to the question that you said, is it worth it? When you're trying something new and you're trying to change the ideology of somebody else or a group of people, you don't know if it's worth it, but you won't really know the answer to that unless you try. And it sucks, don't get me wrong, is he over here still killing innocent people to make sure his people are good, right? Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily right. I think that even with what he said, like he could, to some extent, just like he told his people, don't plumage the farm, he could also tell his people, we're not taking over the farm. We're getting out of here. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, you realize that even when we've seen him throughout this season, Canute has been taking the less drastic approach about doing things. He can easily go to war here and kill more people here. For sure. But he decided to take over his farm. We may have to kill a few. If Canute just
gave up,
gave up, he would have had to kill nobody. But we killed 100 people. We go about going this farm. Maybe we save hundreds and hundreds of other people before waging war. We rather just grow our
crops?
Grow our crops and our money, I guess.
Resources?
Yeah, resources by doing this rather than attacking lands and taking their money like we were doing before.
Yeah, I get you. It's just like, I just feel like with paths like this, okay, you try to relinquish the Vikings of their molds, but then you could create another Vikings by that, incidentally, or subsequently. You know what I'm saying?
That's the job you take on, though.
And if
you are the leader, that's your job. Like, your job is to, whatever we're doing, I have to indoctrinate the ideas that I'm trying to push forward. Like, I have to kill the dead ideals and indoctrinate what I believe to. Now, is what you're doing right? That's for you to decide, and for whatever you gotta deal with that with God, I can't tell you. But like, I think that's where he's at now. Like, I've decided that like it's like we see this in a lot of shit, like Aaron. Like, I decided this is probably the best way to do it. It might not be the best way, but that's how I see it working. So I'm gonna do it my way.
You know who did it the best way that I've seen thus far of like eradicating a previous perspective of a culture? Is Rudius. With the Superds, he did it pretty well in terms of like, Superds was considered as like these barbaric people, but then he started doing some righteous things, and then from there, people started getting better perspectives of Superds. I feel like if Canute was to do something like that with Vikings, let's go on a peace tour. Let's enact peace by using Viking power and not causing deaths, but just using more, not intimidation, but just using us as a force to create peace rather than try to create more violence. I think that'd be a better
But that's
route.
still difficult.
Yeah,
that's still difficult.
That,
that's still difficult because you have to understand, in the world that they live in, war is normal, right? It's just about the way the Vikings go about their war. They're more barbaric than other countries. We've even seen it when we were watching the show Vikings,
100%.
right? The way the French handle war and the way the Vikings handle war were completely different, right? Him telling the Vikings, we're not gonna plumage anymore, is a step forward to making them to better people. Because he understands that there's gonna be war. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's a step better. Like that's like, okay, we're gonna stop you guys from doing this and we're gonna move like this. So in a sense, like, unfortunately, we can't sit here and say we're in a world where war is a normal thing, right? War is not gonna stop. Unfortunately,
bro,
it's just. But
look
the way,
Einar, even in one lifetime, we got attacked by 2 different kings.
Like the way we could change it, and the way we could go about the way we could go about war, we could change that. The way we maneuver and the way we fight, we could change that.
We can play checkers instead. I'm just saying, like, there's always another means.
But what would you do as a Viking when?
Why are we using that? Why are we using that as a denominator? I'm saying, like, there should be a new denominator. There should be a new
but that's the first step that you gotta take.
How it's gonna go.
Yeah, and
I get you. I'm just saying, like, of course, that's the baby steps of not doing like the going rampaging through the villages. I'm just saying he's assuming. I'm just going by my Thorfinn logic now. he's assuming that that's the first step that he can do. When like Thorfinn's like, yo, there's always other options, and that's why he proposed, yo, why didn't he just play that game, whatever he was saying, which is maybe an exaggeration, but he wasn't laughing about it.
But can you really?
There's different ways.
But can you really blame him though for thinking that that's a right first step to take? Like,
yes.
yo, dumbing down the way we do a certain thing. I think like in anything that's a right first step to take. I think like with Thorfinn, I agree with Thorfinn. I think that we shouldn't always have to utilize violence in order to get what we want. However, in the world that they live in, like violence is gonna be here for a long period of time. So it steps to this. Maybe eventually some years down the road we can get down to it, but I don't think it'll be as simple as like, yo, when we start now, we're just gonna start and just not be mad violent, not be peaceful. And the crazy thing about it is too, Canute wasn't trying to be violent in this situation. They forced his hand.
I mean, he chose to like respond in that way. I mean, you could say force his hand and stuff like that, but we still could have developed like some treaties. So
if Canute said, "Yo, Ketu, I'll play you this farm for in a match of chess," you think Ketu's gonna be like, okay?
Nah, we don't know.
We do
know. You think Ketu's gonna say okay?
Yeah,
no, we do know, bro. We
don't.
Stop it.
Listen, we don't know. That was obviously the exaggerated version. I'm really just more saying the fact that we could probably develop some treaty like agreements and stuff like that. Like, all right, you can keep your farm, but then there has to be an X amount of like rations that has to be donated to us and stuff like that, so we can be able to expand. Like that's like something that allows us to have, you know, an even trade-off or some sort of trade-off, a tariff, a tax or something, things that people actually did enact. I'm just saying, there could be, there's other options. We didn't have to go right into just attacking.
I understand what you mean to a certain extent. I just think that because of their culture, it's kind of different.
And the first option was enraging Omar, you know what I'm saying, so that he kill somebody and say, yo, that one person died, but that means I get to take your farm. Yeah. That was his first one.
Yeah.
It just so happens Thorgil caught on, and then now we're at war. You know what I'm saying? So he did try to go a more peaceful approach and saying, you know, Omar, let me enrage Omar so that he at least gets his kill. He killed one of my people. That means I get to take your land. That was one death, but obviously it went wrong.
Yeah, and it still revolves around, I take your whole land because of that one death that you ignited. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's still not an even trade-off.
No, it's not. But I think that Vikings, even like from watching like our live action Vikings that we watch, they respect power, and like the strongest person in the clan is gonna be the leader. Like, if you can't kill us all, we ain't leading us. We need the gangster of the gangsters to lead us.
For sure.
So I think that like for Canute, it's more so about being the singular voice that leads this thing. Because like what you're saying is like, all right, let's make it like a community. But I don't think Canute is to the point where he's like, all right, yo, if I can't control all this, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. Put it that way. I don't know how he does it, because like if I say this place y'all give me 10% of y'all crops, but y'all going over here smoking other people doing it the old way. I'm still not really fixing like the Viking way. Yeah. I'm just getting bread off you, and I'm just a big dog. He's more so like, it seems like he's trying to change a whole thing.
Yeah, and I think that considering the way Vikings are, I think that this is a good first step for Canute. Because remember, this is the first step, you know? Like, it's not gonna change overnight. Yeah. We gotta walk before we run.
But shout out to Thorfinn, because Thorfinn might give you the answer that you're looking for, Pat. He might be the one who breaks down the ideology of, this is what we could have done.
That's what I'm waiting for. And watch, when he starts kicking these options, yo, I want y'all to look at me like, all right, I feel you.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I understand why somebody would think the way that he's doing it, or why he thinks that they may be the way for him.
Yeah, I think this show they're gonna come to a compromise.
That's all I'm saying. They should come with a compromise. That's what I'm really trying to say.
But it's still not gonna be. I think this predicament can't end in just following Thorfinn's way or just following Thorfinn's way. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something in the middle. Yeah. But amazing episode. Can't wait to watch the next two. I think there's only going to be 24. And I can't wait to hear what Thorfinn has to say about what Canute just told him. So if it's your first time here, it definitely won't be your last. So make sure you kill murder and smash that subscribe button. It's your boy Wells, the Anime King.
It's your boy Robcityrt, RT, and at the end of the day, all matters. It all comes down to A now.
What's good? It's your boy DC, man.
It's a Maniac Wilkes _RT.
Patricrt.
A now.
And that settles it at
The Round Table. Thank you for watching RTTV on YouTube. For early access and premium content, make sure you join our Patreon. The link is right down below.
And if you want to continue the conversation, head over to our Discord right now. We have a great community ready for you. You can become part of the action. Join right now. Link down below.
Let's go.